Canada immigration rejections rise in 2025, new Ontario laws coming in August. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. In 2025, Canada's immigration system has undergone a profound transformation, and with it, the number of application refusals has significantly increased. Aspiring immigrants are now facing an even more rigorous process under IRCC's version 3.0 review system. To help you avoid falling into common pitfalls, this video explains the latest refusal trends, reasons behind denials, and the critical updates you must know if you're planning to apply for a visa or permanent residency in Canada. IRCC version 3.0, stricter application review standards. Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada has rolled out version 3.0 of its application review protocol, and it's nothing short of game-changing. This new framework focuses on heightened scrutiny, utilizing advanced fraud detection tools and AI-assisted file evaluations. Thousands of applications are now rejected monthly due to insufficient details, incomplete documents, or suspected misrepresentation. The margin for error has narrowed, making it imperative that applicants submit complete, well-organized, and authentic documentation. Top reasons for Canadian visa refusals in 2025. Several recurring issues are contributing to the spike in visa denials. Some of the most common triggers include errors in police clearance certificates, inaccurate or missing PCCs are among the top red flags. Improper or generic employment letters, copy-pasted or poorly written work letters that fail to explain job duties clearly are being routinely rejected. Incorrect National Occupation Classification codes, selecting the wrong NOC code, even by a single digit, can derail your entire application. Each of these issues can instantly disqualify even well-qualified candidates. Documentation errors, PCCs and work experience letters. Authentic and detailed documentation is no longer optional, it is a necessity. Many applicants make the critical mistake of submitting vague or incomplete employment letters. These should clearly state your job title, responsibilities, full-time/part-time status, and salary, aligned with the NOC description. Similarly, police clearance certificates must be recent, original, and translated, if necessary. Missing stamps, incomplete dates, or submitting a scanned copy instead of the original document can result in swift refusal. Remote work experience and inconsistent decision-making. In the post-pandemic world, remote and hybrid work models have become the norm. However, IRCC has taken a cautious approach toward remote employment claims. Applications citing multiple jobs, freelance work, or concurrent roles are now subject to deeper scrutiny. Even when documents are valid, decision-making across visa offices has remained inconsistent, making it all the more critical to present a clear, well-substantiated case supported by offer letters, contracts, timesheets, and payment proofs. Provincial nominee and French language pathways, latest updates. The provincial nominee programs have also become stricter in 2025. Most provinces now require strong proof of intent to reside, such as local job offers, family ties, or prior visits. Simply receiving a nomination without a detailed settlement plan is no longer sufficient. On the brighter side, French language skills continue to unlock bonus points and dedicated immigration streams. Canada's bilingual identity is now being strongly reflected in programs that favor candidates proficient in French, especially outside Quebec. New Ontario laws coming in August 2025. Ontario is gearing up for a series of transformative laws and regulations set to take effect in August 2025, poised to impact residents, businesses, and the economy at large. From significant tax cuts on locally produced alcohol to new tenant protections in Toronto, these changes reflect the provincial government's commitment to supporting local industries and addressing housing challenges. These measures, rooted in the 2025 Ontario budget titled A Plan to Protect Ontario, are designed to bolster small businesses, enhance consumer affordability, and protect vulnerable populations amid economic uncertainties, including looming U.S. tariffs. Whether you're a craft beer enthusiast, a distillery owner, a renter in Toronto, or simply an Ontarian curious about what's coming, this guide is your go-to resource for understanding the changes effective August 2025. This video dives deep into the new laws and their implications and prepares Ontarians for August 2025. Alcohol tax reductions, a boost for local producers and consumers. Starting August 1, 2025, Ontario is rolling out significant tax reductions on locally produced alcoholic beverages, a move aimed at supporting the province's vibrant craft alcohol industry and potentially lowering prices for consumers. These changes, detailed in the 2025 Ontario budget, are part of a broader strategy to modernize the alcohol market following the liberalization of sales to convenience and grocery stores. Spirits basic tax reduction. One of the most significant changes is the reduction of the spirits basic tax from 61.5% to 30.75% for spirits manufactured in Ontario and sold at distillery retail stores. This 50% cut, proposed under amendments to the Liquor Tax Act, 1996, is expected to make locally produced vodka, gin, whiskey, and other spirits more competitive. What it means for consumers: the tax cut could translate to noticeable savings. For example, a $50 bottle of Ontario-made gin previously incurring a $30.75 tax, 61.5%, would now face a $15.38 tax, 30.75%. While exact retail price reductions depend on how distilleries adjust their pricing, consumers could see savings of 10 to 20% on locally made spirits, based on industry estimates. Impact on distilleries. Small and medium-sized distilleries, which have long faced high tax burdens, will benefit significantly. Finance Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy emphasized, "This is a really big boost into world-class spirits and alcohol here in Ontario, and we're just leveling the playing field." The reduction is expected to encourage innovation and expansion in the sector, potentially increasing tourism to distillery retail shops. Beer basic tax rates for microbrewers. Ontario's craft beer industry, a cornerstone of local economies, will also see relief with reduced beer basic tax rates for microbrewers, effective August 1, 2025. The tax on draft beer will drop from 35.96 cents per liter to 17.98 cents per liter, and non-draft beer will decrease from 39.75 cents to 19.88 cents per liter. Consumer savings. For a standard 355 milliliters can, 0.355 liters, the tax reduction translates to savings of approximately 7 cents per can, from 12.77 cents to 6.38 cents for draft, 14.11 cents to 7.06 cents for non-draft. For a six-pack, this could mean savings of about 42 cents. While modest, these savings could encourage more purchases of local craft beers. Boost for microbrewers. The tax cut supports Ontario's 300-plus microbreweries, which employ thousands and contribute to local economies. Craft brewers, often operating on thin margins, will gain flexibility to invest in new products or marketing. This aligns with the budget's focus on small business growth. LCBO markup rates for cider and ready-to-drink beverages. The Liquor Control Board of Ontario is reducing markup rates for cider and ready-to-drink beverages, effective August 1, 2025, further enhancing affordability. Cider markup reduction. The markup on cider will decrease from 60.6% to 32.0%, a significant drop that could lower prices for Ontario-made ciders. For example, a $10 bottle of cider with a $6.06 markup would see the markup reduced to $3.20, potentially lowering the retail price by $2 to $3, depending on LCBO pricing strategies. Ready-to-drink beverages. RTD beverages, wine-based and spirit-based, less than or equal to 7.1% ABV, will see markups reduced to 48% from current rates, 60.6/64.6% for wine-based, 68.5/96.7% for spirit-based. This could make popular drinks like vodka sodas or wine coolers more affordable. Market implications. These reductions are expected to boost sales of local ciders and RTDs, which have grown in popularity. However, the LCBO anticipates a revenue drop of $150 to $200 million annually due to these changes, reflecting a trade-off for supporting local producers. The alcohol tax reductions are a strategic move to support Ontario's $13 billion alcohol industry, which employs over 90,000 people. By lowering taxes and markups, the government aims to enhance competitiveness. Local producers can better compete with imported products, especially amid potential U.S. tariffs. Encourage consumer spending. Lower prices could drive sales, benefiting both consumers and businesses. Support tourism and local economies. Distillery and brewery visits are expected to rise, boosting regional tourism. These changes build on earlier reforms, such as the expansion of alcohol sales to convenience stores, and reflect Ontario's commitment to modernizing its alcohol market. Toronto's rental renovation license bylaw, protecting tenants. While technically effective July 31, 2025, Toronto's new rental renovation license bylaw will have immediate implications in August, making it a critical part of this discussion. This bylaw targets renovictions, a practice where landlords evict tenants under the guise of renovations to raise rents or replace tenants with higher-paying ones. Key provisions of the bylaw. The bylaw, inspired by a successful 2024 Hamilton measure, introduces stringent requirements for landlords undertaking renovations that require tenants to vacate, under the N13 eviction notice process. License requirement: landlords must obtain a renovation license from the City of Toronto before issuing an N13 notice. Tenant protections. 120 days notice: landlords must provide at least 120 days written notice of the renovation. Right to return: tenants have the right to return to their unit at the same rent once renovations are complete. Compensation or accommodation: if tenants choose not to return, landlords must provide temporary accommodation or financial compensation equivalent to the cost of comparable housing. Penalties for non-compliance: fines range from $1,000 for late license applications to up to $100,000 for failing to comply with the bylaw's requirements. Toronto's rental market is one of the tightest in Canada, with vacancy rates below 2% and average one-bedroom rents exceeding $2,400, according to rentals.ca. Renovictions have been a growing concern, with tenants often displaced without recourse. The bylaw aims to protect vulnerable tenants. Low-income and long-term tenants, who are most at risk of renovictions, will benefit from enhanced protections. Deter bad faith evictions: the financial penalties and administrative hurdles discourage landlords from using renovations as a pretext for evictions. Set a precedent: Toronto's bylaw could inspire other Ontario municipalities to adopt similar measures, as Hamilton's did in 2024. Renoviction challenges and criticisms. While tenant advocates praise the bylaw, some landlords argue it adds bureaucratic red tape and costs. Small-scale landlords, in particular, may face challenges securing licenses for legitimate renovations, potentially delaying necessary upgrades. The city has promised streamlined processes, but the bylaw's success will depend on effective enforcement and clear communication. Ontario's other recent and upcoming changes. While August 2025 is the focus, other legislative changes provide context for Ontario's evolving policy landscape. Digital Platform Workers' Rights Act, effective July 1, 2025. This act introduces protections for gig workers, e.g., Uber, DoorDash, including minimum wage for active work hours and recurring pay periods. This reflects Ontario's focus on modernizing labor protections. Ontario Fertility Treatment Tax Credit, 2025 taxation year, offering a 25% refundable credit on up to $20,000 of eligible fertility treatment expenses, up to $5,000. This measure supports families facing infertility, as noted in MNP. Pre-budget consultations. Until August 28, 2025, the federal government is seeking input for Budget 2026, with implications for Ontario's economic strategies, as outlined on Canada.ca. These measures highlight Ontario's multifaceted approach to economic growth, worker protections, and social support, complementing the August 2025 changes. As August 2025 approaches, Ontarians can anticipate cheaper local alcohol and stronger tenant protections, reflecting the province's commitment to economic vitality and social justice. The alcohol tax cuts promise to invigorate the craft industry, while Toronto's rental bylaw sets a new standard for tenant rights. By staying informed and engaged, residents and businesses can navigate these changes effectively. For the latest updates, check official sources like Ontario.ca or follow local news outlets. As Ontario continues to evolve, these laws mark a pivotal step toward a more equitable and prosperous future. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.